What up, guys? Ooh, things looking a little dusty there. What up, YouTube? So we're back. This is video 3. We cut video 2 a little short just to keep the videos, short and simple and sweet, and really provide the most amount of coverage instead of just skipping through things for video's sake. We're trying to include everything in here, and so cut the last one short and going to start up video 3 by introducing the new build on the van. We went over to Schmo's Services and he got us dialed in over there, got a bunch of things installed, and so now we're back. Video 3, gonna show you guys what we did and then get to getting on the rest of the build. So without further ado, let's go check this bad boy out. Ooh-wee, it's warm out, the birds are chirping. All right. Ooh. So without further ado, look at this. Schmo's Services got us all welded up, bed frame in place. I mean, basically, I did this based off of one other Promaster Motovan build that I've seen. It's cool because the like my last van build, the windowed cargo vans weren't as popular. So especially like the passenger, I should say, not the windowed, but passenger Chevy Express was less popular. And so it was really cool to do that because it was something totally different. And same goes for the Promaster. The Promaster is different. Not many people have done them. And so that was really exciting for me to kind of lead the way in the Motovan game for Promasters. And I also have never built a bed frame out of steel, so that was another thing. And luckily there was one other build where they did something like this, so I used what they had already kind of dreamt up and used probably on other builds to replicate in this build. And that's how I came up with the old bed here. So bike will be under and it'll come up to the front wall here. That'll be our chalk, and the bike will roll in there and one into there. And then we've got our bed up top. She's going to be a tight squeeze given between here and the ceiling, but a bed is a bed, and it's a van build, and it's a van bed. So we got the bed in, and as you could see probably behind me and above me, he helped us out with getting the roof vent in. Originally there was that other vent that I took out in video 2 that was there, didn't really do much, and actually was just an open hole to the sky. So while I was at Schmo's, I was like, what should I do? You have any tips? And he was like, hey, you want to just knock it out right now? And I'm like, hey, you got the time? And he was like, I got more than time right now. So he was awesome enough and got me dialed in with the vent, and got all of got it siliconed and everything so that I won't end up running into any possible leaks. And honestly, he did a great job with this, super tight fit. It's funny, the person I bought it from was selling it because as soon as they found out that you were gonna have to cut a hole in the roof, they were like, yeah, no, we're not doing that. And I did it on my last van, my first van, I cut a hole by myself without any idea what the heck I was doing. So I wasn't nervous about doing it, but having the pros over at Schmo's do it for me was even better because they knew exactly what to do and they're regulars at this stuff. So that was really cool. So we got, in one shot, we got the vent installed and the van bed installed, and really got a bunch of stuff done. So that was really huge, and helped out a bunch. So it's getting dark in here because I have the door closed. So let's open. Oh, now we can see. So video 3 is going to be getting in, I don't know if you could see it a little bit, but getting in Kilmat, more Kilmat to deal with the sound vibration and sound deadening for both the speakers and the road noise and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to do some more of that. And then I was talking to the guys at Schmo's about what I should do for these holes in the floor. And they gave me some ideas. So I'm going to go to Menards right now and get some plugs to put in, some plugs and some epoxy to put in the floor holes. And then I'm also going to get some wiring so that I can start running wires to the places where I want lights and things like that. And so really starting to make a lot of headway on the van. And so, yeah, so without further ado, I'm going to go grab some wire and some plugs and some epoxy from Menards. And then I'm going to come back and we'll get to putting on more sound deadening, plugging some holes, and running some wires. So without further ado, let's get to it. So I used all of the Kilmat I had to get this all Kilmatted up. So I got it pretty much everywhere right now. Not everywhere, but like, and all trying to just get it in all sorts of spaces and areas. So I'm trying to spread it out. I'm only going to do it on the front side because I'm going to put the wall in. There's going to be plywood, as well as some foam to try to seal it off and insulate it a little bit. So it'll be all covered. And the back, I don't really care what, because nobody's going to be riding back there or doing anything back there. So the main focus was up here and getting it everywhere. I am going to buy more, probably just one more box is all I'll need, because I really have just that ceiling, this ceiling, and then right here in the middle. And then, maybe I do something on the sides there, back there, some sides there, and then just everywhere else, little pieces. So yeah, so we got that done. And now the next thing I think I'm gonna do is I really want to get this hole filled. So this big guy here, I want to get that filled. So I went and bought some clear epoxy. I had bought a couple plugs. I didn't know which one, so I got this plug, 3/4 plug, and then I bought a bunch of little plugs like these that I'm gonna shove through those guys and cover with epoxy as well. So I'll probably cover the sides with epoxy and then shove it through, and then cover the top with epoxy again. What up? So I didn't even use the plugs that I bought. I bought these little guys to use. I thought they would be perfect, and when I measured them, I was like, oh, they'll fit. Turns out they didn't fit. They were too big. The first one I tried to do, it just blew apart. It didn't even work. But the walls out of that had, they had like little plugs that went into these holes. I just epoxied, put a bunch of epoxy around them, and then put epoxy on the bottom side of the little tab, like the flat part. And they all went in prime. So I got them all, and you can barely even notice them, which is prime. And then this guy, I put the big guy through there, and then I've got just a ton of epoxy sitting on top there. I didn't have enough to completely fill that to the top, but for now it's just gonna fill up and do what it does, and hopefully that works. And it's 5 o'clock. It's cold out in Minnesota right now. You guys are watching at home in your jammies and whatever, but I'm out here in the cold, and the sun's going down, so it's starting to get cold, and I'm losing light, and I don't feel like setting up the heater and stuff right now. That's a Monday job. So I'm gonna leave it there. When I come back, I need to do like kind of dedicate a night to wiring anyways. So we're gonna end video 3 here with the epoxy, with the floor done. We've got the Kilmat up in the front in most spots, almost all the way done. Gonna get another box. We got our holes in the floor plugged, ceilings plugged, the bed is in. Video 3 is now done. Let's go. That's actually prime. We're ripping through these videos little by little, giving you guys as much as we can fit into them. So thank you again for watching Dirt Bike Lifestyle video number 3, van life. Like, subscribe, share, and keep following along. All these videos are going into the van build series. So Promaster Van Build out. Peace.